Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Superfoot System, and welcome to your video tutorial on how to navigate all the resources and videos available via the Superfoot portal on Lightspeed. This is for Superfoot school owners, and whether you're a brand new school owner joining our team or someone who's a seasoned vet, I think you're going to find this video useful so you can really take advantage of all the resources we have available for you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so I can take you through exactly how you access this, first of all. So what you need to do is simply go to the Superfoot website, superfootsystem.com, and what you're going to see here in the upper right-hand corner of the menu is the member login. So you're simply going to go ahead and click on that. And when it comes up, you'll see your access page to go into the Lightspeed portal. And again, Lightspeed is where we hold and store all of our videos. And from this place, you simply will just click on Sign In. And it will take you to the basically the first homepage of the Lightspeed portal. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit here. Since I'm an admin, I see it a little bit differently than you do. So I'm going to actually go ahead and go into one of our school owners' accounts so you can see it exactly how you'll be seeing it. So again, we come to our virtual dojo here. And there's basically two tabs that we're going to focus on today. The first is going to be the Training Center tab, where probably 95% of the content that you're going to be looking for is included. And then also the File Vault, which has some additional resources to it that I'll walk you through in a little bit. So first of all, let's click on Training Center. And what you're going to see in the Training Center is the video library. Now, we currently have about 10 or 11 different sections that are here, and I'm going to go over each one of these. But at last count, we have over 340 videos across these 10 or 11 units. So you got plenty to keep you busy if you want to look at all things Superfoot. So the first is probably the most important, at least in my mind, and that is the Superfoot curriculum. So that's the first thing you're going to see here. Now, in the Superfoot curriculum, what we've done is for those of you who have tested with us, you know that we've broken the curriculum down into 3 phases: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And then with each one of those phases, we have 3 rotations, or you could think belt levels within it. So across here, you're going to see that you have all the beginner phases, phase 1, rotation 1, phase 1, rotation 2, and phase 1, rotation 3. And we do the same thing with phases 2 and 3. But let's just go into this so you can see what's available. What you're going to find when you click on this is you're going to see videos for basically 3 to 4 units for every one of those phases. You're going to see things on foundational techniques, combinations, fighting strategies, and then drills and skills. And then we've also broken down the Superfoot stretching routine into a beginner, intermediate, and advanced units as well. So that's all included in the Superfoot Black Belt curriculum videos. Now I'm going to head back here to the main menu and take a look at the next element, which is the Superfoot owners drills and skills. Now here, guys, we've got almost 90 videos for you to access to help you build your class planners, to have unique drills and skills come to your classroom. And what we've done is we've segmented those to be exactly in line with the curriculum. So for instance, if you look here, you have rotation 1, phase 1. So if you're teaching the first level to beginners, you simply click on this. And just in this unit alone, you're going to have 9 drills and skills just for that phase and that rotation. And then again, for each one of the subsequent ones, phase 2, rotation 1, phase 3, rotation 1, we have a whole series of videos for those as well. So like I said, you've got close to 90 drills and skills. You could probably just use this and keep yourself busy for most of the year. But I just want to make sure that you knew that was a resource. So as you are teaching your Superfoot programs, or if you've integrated Superfoot into your current curriculum, which we recommend, now you can, when you're teaching a beginning sparring class or an intermediate or an advanced sparring class, you've got plenty of drills and skills to keep your students rocking. The next phase here, the next element, is something called Superfoot Sciences. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Superfoot Sciences because most of the material that's there, you're going to see included in the instructor certification program. But this is a program that we put together for people that basically wanted to whet their appetite in the Superfoot system. And like when we go into conventions, et cetera, and have people that want to learn more, we often encourage them to invest in this program so they can get a good idea of what Superfoot system is all about. So as I said, all the material that's in here, basically, you're going to get in other units as well, but I just want to make you understand what that was all about. Okay, number 4, Superfoot Masterclasses. Now, the Masterclass, this is a relatively new offering that we have. And what you see in the Masterclasses is we just ask Bill Wallace a question and how to go a little bit deeper, though, on a specific element. So you see here, you've got the double jab, the double hook, how to jockey for position when you're inside and basically in the pocket. And so basically what we do is we ask them this question and we just let them riff in terms of the specific intricacies on different things within his fighting system. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're a martial art geek like me, you love those intricacies and you love to be able to pass those on to your students. And so that's what the Superfoot Masterclass is all about. All right, I'm going to head back to the main menu and go to our 5th element here. And this is going to be probably the creme de la creme, the Superfoot Instructor Certification Program. Now, this was designed so that you can have an in-depth understanding not only of the Superfoot system, but also help you to be able to teach it effectively. We all know there's a difference between knowing what to do and knowing how to teach it. And so what we've done in the ICP, or the Instructor Certification Program, is we've broken it down into 7 specific units. We've got flexibility, kicking and punching biomechanics, stance, distancing, and timing, combinations, fighting strategies, equipment training, and then we finish up with something on classroom management. Now, what you're going to see in each one of these units are several videos that are taking you through the entire instructor certification program. Now, you have to watch each of these videos and understand the concepts. And then after that, what you'll see is each one of these units has a test. And this is a 15-question multiple choice test that you need to complete. And I believe that you have to get 12 or 13 of each one of those units correct. And once you've passed through every one of those 7 units, then what you can do is you can apply for an application to submit a Superfoot class where you are testing and teaching the material to your students, as well as demonstrating and being able to explain the key concepts. Once you submit that, you complete the course, then submit the video, then the leadership board and I review that, and assuming you do well, you now move from being an affiliate training center to a Superfoot certified training center. That has numerous benefits, and one in particular where you can actually host a Superfoot black belt testing for your students. So I'd really encourage you to spend a good amount of time here and get yourself and or your top instructor certified. Every one of Superfoot schools gets one of these complimentary, and then there's an additional charge for each staff member that you want to go through that. So that is the instructor certification program. Now moving on down, our next category is the business kick. Now, the business kick is something I collaborated with my good buddy Jim Ginter, who is also one of the Superfoot board members. And what we've done here is we've combined basically our combined 50 years of running and teaching and martial art people how to run martial arts schools. And what are some of the top topics that you would need to get some expertise in to either help you develop that in your schools or maybe just open your mind to creating that in your own center. So first of all, we're going to spend some time on how to effectively incorporate the Superfoot system into your school. But then after that, we've got how do you brand your school, phone skills, how to create retention. We've got things here about how to implement a rotating curriculum using the Superfoot curriculum as an example. You've got things on how to have a boot camp event. You've got preschool martial arts. You've got a whole number of videos here. I think they total up to, yep, there we go, 29 videos that you can use to not only educate yourself on some of the cutting edge things for school management, but also use it as a means of staff training. So it's a great resource there. And particularly if you're looking to take your school to the next level, highly, highly recommend that you spend some time in that. The next unit is going to be one that I've got an affinity for because I've created videos on what I call the leadership punch. And I'm a professional leadership coach. And so what I did in these videos, and I think there's up to 27 in this unit, is I took a look at what are some of the key topics that you can use in terms of your own self-leadership, developing yourself, personal development standpoint, but also what can you do and use these videos to share them with your leadership team, your staff, and maybe even your students as you're doing mat chats. So you've got, a whole series of videos here. They range anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes where you can take a look at certain things that you may want to develop in yourself and or develop in yourself or in your staff and your leadership training students. So a whole plethora here. I think we've got 27 videos. So check those out. I think it'd be a great resource for you in developing not only yourself, but also your staff and students. All right, continuing on down. After the leadership punch and the business kick, we've got one of my favorites, and this is Superfoot Stories. Now, in Superfoot Stories, what I had the honor of doing is sitting down with Grandmaster Wallace and interviewing him in 20 different sessions. And these, within these interviews, he talks about how he got started in the martial arts, how his injury turned him into just a regular guy to a Superfoot because he could only use one leg in terms of kicking. We talk about his experience with Elvis, with Joe Louis, with John Belushi, when he won his first world title. So all that's there. So if you want to just get a flavor for what made Bill Wallace the man that he is, check it out in Superfoot Stories. Our next unit is Superfoot School Manager Spotlights. And so these are interviews, about 30-minute interviews with various Superfoot school owners from across North America. We've got interviews that basically deal with, how do people implement the Superfoot system in their school? And also, we take a deeper dive into what are at least one business concept that everybody's using in their school that can help them generate more business, more students, more revenue. So we've got 14 of those videos as I'm filming this today. So I'd encourage you to check this out. Now, Seminar in a Box is something I'm going to be spending more time in when we look in the file vault, but here is an introductory video that helps you go through all the resources we have for what we call Seminar in a Box. And these are a bunch of resources that you have available to you that can help you when you host your next Bill Wallace seminar to really maximize that to make it the best event possible. And then we round this out with some additional videos on flexibility and kicking footwork. So all told, as I said before, there's over 340 videos for you to be able to peruse, take a look at, study, so that you can take you and your school to the next level. So I'm going to get out of this now, and I'm going to leaving the training center. And as I promised, I'm going to be going into the next portion that I wanted to share with you very quickly, called the file vault. Now, the file vault is where we basically house different aspects for you to be able to access that we couldn't put into the training center. And first of all, you're going to see affiliate school graphics and things, Superfoot logos and whatnot that you can utilize in your school. You've also got here under the Black Belt curriculum, PDF version of the Superfoot curriculum. So you obviously in the training portal, you've got all of the videos, but this is a written version of it, broken down into each one of the phases so that you can, if you need to have a printout of it, you're teaching in class, you know what to utilize. And then this last one is the one that I want to take a little more time and go over with you. And this is the Seminar in a Box. Now, already in the last section, I showed you that there was a video. So that's this Watch Me video here, which explains all the contents. But what you've got here is you've got a whole series of resources to help you when you host Bill Wallace as a seminar teacher at your school. And we've got things here as easy as a marketing plan. You've got autograph pictures that you can print for him to sign. You've got his biography, you've got an introduction, you've got email announcements that you can send to your students as well as maybe other schools in your area so that you can get other schools involved and increase your attendance for the seminars. You've got a potential schedule. You've got a flyer that you can modify with your own information and a whole bunch of other resources. And one that I'm really excited about is as we go down here is you're going to see something here, which is a retail package. So we literally are putting together, and this will be highlighted in another video, but we put together a resource where you can literally purchase Superfoot System retail items, t-shirts, gloves, paddles, etc. And you can order it basically at no cost. You can have it at your seminar. Once whatever you don't sell, you get to send back, and we just bill you then for what you sold. So it's really a win-win-win. It's a win for you, it's a win for us, it's a win for your students, and there's really no there's no obligation really on your point other than a $1 that you have to input in order to get you set up in the system so we can charge your credit card later on. But literally, you can sell that product basically maybe even before you have to pay for it. So anyway, all of the details on everything for Seminar in a Box are located here. So I'd really encourage you, the next time you're going to have Bill Wallace in for a seminar, make sure you take a good look at this because there's a lot of great resources for you to utilize. So there you have it, my friends. There is a just an overview of the Superfoot portal in Lightspeed. Going to take myself here and so that I can look at you straight on. And I'd really encourage you to go through this. We know from studying that school owners are basically just looking at just a small percentage of this, maybe when they first start. But this is some great resources for you to utilize. And we are constantly updating this with new material every 6 months. So we'll always make you aware of when new material is up and around. But I'd highly encourage you to take a look at this. Now, if you have any questions, like always, you can certainly reach out to me at chris@superfootsystem.com. If you have any questions about how to utilize this, maybe even you have some comments on things you'd like to have added, we'd love to hear your feedback. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.